Mitram and Bandhuvam, welcome to South Asia Maps Intellectual Kshatriya channel, where your presenter Dr. J. Reddy will bring you the fascinating aspects of Indology. South of Karakoram Mountains, north of sacred city Kanyakumari, and east of Kamarupa, west of Kalat. My interest and research topics are very diverse, so I also bring other relevant topics to my audience for their understanding and intellectual pressure, like wild geography and so on. Human ecology is very important, and for the last decade I studied extensively Dr. Catton's work, and also I am well aware of the world agriculture and ecosystems, economy, many things. I thought I can bring those aspects to audience so that you can save a lot of time and understand what is happening behind day-to-day's political, economic, social life. After you follow all this human ecology series, which I plan many as and time permits, you will really understand what is going on. Instead of a mute observer and following, you will really see how these things are molded by the events which are beyond our control. Politicians, the presidents, prime ministers, they cannot do much. They cannot fill the water aquifers, they cannot fill the coal pits, they cannot fill the oil wells. So once you understand that, all these things will not matter that much, so that you can adopt your ways and so on. There are 5 modes of adaptation to post-exuberant era. I will explain all these terms to you, so that's the entire burden I will take to bring the abstract ideas, concepts to my audience in the iconographic form. That is the aim and goal of South Asia map, South Asia icon. There are 5 modes of post-exuberance adaptation humans follow. That means if you meet any of your friend or professor, family member, teacher, co-worker, all the human beings on the planet Earth belong only those 5 categories, whether they know about that term or how their behavior or not. A realist, a CARGOist, COSMETICist, CYNICs, OSTRICHism. So based upon the real, cargo, cosmetic, cynic, OSTRIChisms, belief systems, Dr. Catton organizes them. I have made these icons very easy for you. This is the old world red, the new world, North America, South America, Latin America, yellow. That you can represent a real. The new world has become the old world. That is realism. Realism by this icon. Cargo is essentially a delivery, shipment, a computer, a parcel, or something like that. A gizmo, a cell phone. Cargo ships, CARGOism. CARGOism, realism. I represent cosmetic changes like carrying the recycling bags or putting the LED bulbs and so on. Recycling type of things is cosmetic changes. COSMETICism, that is the recycling thing. Emoji, cynic, they don't belong any of these things. Cynic, cynicism. The bird, ostrich, OSTRIChism. So these are the 5 modes of adaptations of industrial societies to post-exuberant era. That is very easy to remember if you remember the icons. Realism, the CARGOism, and COSMETIcism, CYNICism, OSTRIChism. Before we venture to that, this is my main YouTube channel where I have more than 30 playlists. It's a playlist, South Asia Maps. You can type J. Reddy YouTube channel. These 30 playlists contain 250 or 60, something like that. I didn't count exactly. Meticulously made videos. I spent almost 4.5 decades. Every day I research 10 to 12 hours. and I want my audience to understand these things. I don't want you to spend much time. Just sit in front of my presentation, open it, reason it, and do it a couple of times. These ideas will be very excellently etched in your mind, and you will become a opinion maker, considered to be very talented person. Your audience appreciate it. These are some of, because this is human ecology topic, I will put it in this human ecology playlist. There are 30 or so already. So we have like agriculture, human population, human ecology, Jannat visas. That is how Aurangzeb Alangir Alampana executed his brothers, dispatched him to Jannat, that is the Islamic paradise. 6 districts, trans districts along the rivers. The British Raj, Sindh province, Darshani horses, Arabi horses, de facto rulers, de jure rulers. De facto real rulers is British East India Company, de jure ruler, the legal ruler, is like the Nawab of Oudh. A de facto ruler in Pakistan, the Allah's land, is a GHQ, army headquarters, that is the Arabi, the running horse. Darshan is the prime ministers, the ornamental Bhuttos and Sharifs and Imrans and those things. So you can look at there. That is that. Then Maharashtra state and the rivers. Then Orissa, Utkal, natural boundaries, rivers, mountains and so on. Madhya Pradesh, the former, the central provinces, Beaver. Northwestern Frontier Province, Sarihad Suba, Khyber Province, the United Province, Assam, and Islam, the militant ideology that poses great threat to native cultures and religions. This is not about the people born in that ideology, but ideology we are talking about. That's the difference, is very, very critical. Otherwise, you may mistake it. We can criticize any idea or any ideology, disagree with them. And Gujarat and Pakistan, Allah's land, pure land, the land of our alienated brothers, that is the west of Radcliffe line, Allah's line, partition time. Bengal regions, the partition of Bharat, Tamil Nadu, and there are many similar playlists that will fit your, whatever may be your specific interest, or if you are preparing for any exams, that will also help you a lot. So this is the general, all the videos I have made meticulously, 260 or so. That is when I am recording this. This is 2022 August. I started it last year, 2021 August. During the last 1 year, I have put 250 or 260 videos, each more than 15 minutes, because I will cover very deeply the topic. That's why I want my audience to take the message and get a very deeper understanding. It's not like 1 or 2 minutes presentation. That is the main target of our South Asia maps, and you can go and enjoy it. If you also are time pressed, you can listen certain parts, you will get most out of it. So that is in essence about that. And this is the main work of Dr. Catton. So I take the ideas from that, because I am a great admirer of Dr. William Catton Jr., Professor Emeritus of Washington State University, sociologist and human ecologist at Pullman, the east of Cascade Mountains, south of 49th parallel. He passed away around about 5-6 years back. His 2 very thought-provoking, very influential books. Influential means the book that will like make you to think, that will mold a lot. These are not the political leaders. These are the opinion makers, pioneers. In India, the greatest thinker of modern times, Ram Swarup of Voice of India think tank, or Sitaram Goyal, they molded the opinion. Once you read their works, you will think very differently out of the bins. Such a type of person in scientific field, Dr. Catton. That's why I have taken this much time to present his works for my audience at convenience. I already made many presentations here. Here just I am putting in a perusal bird's eye view, so that you can know what are all the topics. This is my Twitter handle, India Maps 2. We are talking about human ecology, that is South Asia Maps icon, the main channel. I have made already thumbnails of 50 or so on. Right now we are recording the 35th one, that is 36th one. The modes of adaptation I will put to the remaining because I have to the record them. That takes the time, and very soon you will see them and go on observing at my channel. So some of them I need not to repeat it, but going for your perusal: carrying capacity, taking over concept, drawing down, the new world, the old world, the Homo colossus, Homo sapiens, first 5 parts. Then the next 5 parts: ecological exuberance, emotional exuberance, social exuberance, political exuberance, detritus ecosystem, surviving, and the dead organic matter or decaying organic matter. That is the fossil fuels essentially. Ecological acreages, fossil acreage, food acreage, oil acreage, trade acreage. You will get a fascinating aspect there. Carrying capacity, the number of the people, the land, a state or a district, the entire planet Earth can support indefinitely. How it differs from the phantom carrying capacity. If you understand the difference, means you will understand a lot how the societies, modern industrial civilizations are running on phantom carrying capacity, ghost carrying capacity. Then you have niches: ecological niches, political niches, social niches. All our modern niches, Dr. Eisenhower coined the term called MIC, military industrial complexes. Essentially modern niches: software engineer, product manager, all these high sounding lingo you will be seeing that's what it is. These are temporary niches based upon the drawing down of one-time resource fossil fuels, detritus ecosystems. They are not circular, they are linear. The human predicament, the low pressure regions, like they have a lot of land but they have no carrying capacity: Alaska, the Greenland, Siberia, and so on, Australia. Then the Lincoln to Biden, 1865 Lincoln assassination, Biden will demit office 2025 or so. 35 million people to almost 350 million Homo colossus, United States of America, south of 49th parallel, north of Rio Grande River. The impact on the planet Earth. Years of exuberance, affluence, prosperity, population doublings from 800 BC to 2025. 10 doublings occurred from 8 million to 8,000 million. That's not a small number, enormous number. Then we talked about the 4th recent doublings from 500 million, 1 doubling to 1 million, then 2 million, then 4 million, then 8 billion by 2025. Then the American dream, prosperity era, affluence, and that is the manifest destination. Then its subalterns, Canadian dream, Australian dream, that we hear now. All these dreams collapsed because they are founded on carrying capacity deficits of the land, and because they are running on phantom carrying. You get ecological view, why visas are denied, what are the economic situation, and what is happening there. So you will get a fascinating idea. The yeast in the vat, same as the humans on the planet Earth, the limited habitat they survive, consuming resources. Next 5: ecological overshoot, ecological boom is eruption, ecological crash, and diachronic competition. The older generation stealing from the new generation. Diachronic competition. That means the last 3-4 generations removed all the oil, coal, and your generation born in 2080 and are facing the diachronic competition. What it is, what are the implications, you will know. Cornucopian paradigm, most politicians, opinion makers, they will present, but that's very different than ecological paradigm. That is the 2 paradigms I compared. Modern industrial societies are like hunters and gatherers. Of like before agriculture invented, they go every day and hunt for it, and they may not find a prey for the next 1 or 2 weeks, go hungry or of starvation, again find it. Like modern industrial societies on the planet Earth are hunters and gatherers. Why they are, you will get a deeper understanding. Then the population pressure of mice, population pressure of humans. These 5 I discussed: realism, CARGOism, COSMETIcism, CYNICism, OSTRIChism. today, this presentation, I am going to overview all these five. You will get a fascinating aspect. That is the 36th presentation. That is the 5 modes of adaptation, and these 5 icons you have to remember. Then all this Dr. Catton organizes these 5 modes of adaptation of industrial societies in the post-exuberant era. Modes of adaptation to ecological inexorable changes means you cannot revert them back. That's not in human hands. Of the post-exuberant, there are 5. We discussed, these are the 5. And the 5 modes of adaptation. Everybody on the planet Earth will fit in one of these 5 bins. We can say these are the belief systems or understandings or behavior patterns. He discusses them: circumstance, consequence, adaptation, essentially the name, and these are the names. 5 names: REALism, CARGOism, COSMETICism, CYNICism, OSTRICHism. And these are the important adaptations. I put it, instead of giving formal definitions, you should go on those particular ones. This is the 36th presentation, previous 5 presentations. What is the circumstance? If you remember this, you will remember this. You see the planet Earth, the red one is the old world, the white ones here, the new world. There are 8 billion humans are there. The resources are depleted. I put the resource depletion here in this icon. Circumstances, age of exuberance over. 8 billion humans are there on the planet Earth. This load of 8 billion Homo colossus or modestly Homo colossus or aspiring Homo colossus. They want a car, they want a two-wheeler, they want a washing machine, they want a dryer, air cooler, air conditioner, exotic vacation, exotic foreign education, and so many things. They have overshot the carrying capacity of the planet Earth. These are the prodigal. They are prodigal Homo sapiens. That means Homo colossus. They have drawn down the Earth's saving deposit, one-time deposits the nature has given. Essentially the minerals, metals, and fossils. This is the circumstance. What is the consequence? Consequence, Dr. Catton premises the Earth is the limit. There is a limits on the human habitat. There is a 40,000 circumstance of this planet Earth. That means it gives 132 million square kilometers the land mass. The remaining ocean, 350 or so, together 560 or something like that. I have talked that in other presentation. You can go to GAME, Global Areas Made Easy, more detail. You can fit 135 countries on Egypt. 150 countries on Egypt. Egypt's on the planet Earth. Human organization has to change. That means the government, the economy, the transportation we run, human behavior has to change. This is the consequence. He premises because the planet Earth has a limited habitat. And how these 5 isms that differ belief, that's the most fascinating thing Dr. Catton discusses. In case I have put these 5 isms here, and I have put a brief, not giving the formal definition. REALism means the new world has become old. Old world was a plenty of people, less jobs. New world at that time is more resources, more jobs, less people. Now United States, Canada, all these countries just like the old world. In Canada, everywhere lot of things, people think Canada has something, but it's essentially the old world. That means the new world has become the old world. That is REALism. CARGOism is the technology will save us and keep the exuberance going. That's why technological. And see, COSMETICism, remember the recycling icon? The recycling, family planning, and making the certain environmental laws, or putting the LED bulbs, all those things will help us to continue exuberance. That is the belief. Then CYNICism means the new world, they don't believe the new world. Newness has gone, a new world has come into the old world. Those concepts, they don't have any idea. They ignore it. Cynics. They question everything. Ostracism means remember limitlessness. They remember Earth limitlessness is valid. Earth is limitlessness is a Earth has so many things, is unlimited essentially. This may be a typo here. Ostracism. So what are the, in case of realism, they accept the circumstance, they accept the real. Very few people. By this presentation, you know where I belong to, what I subscribe to. The realists, they accept the circumstance, they accept the consequence. The government has to change, our behavior has to change. CARGOists who think technology will stave off our situation, they accept it. That there is a carrying capacity deficit, there are 8 billion people, they accept the circumstance, but they disregard the consequence. They say we need not change our government, our behavior, we can give high standard of living to everybody on the planet Earth. They disregard this. Whereas the COSMETICism, the people, they disregard this concept. They disregard that the concept of 8 billion resource depletion, all these things. They say does not matter. Now they partially accept our behavior, our organization has to change. That means you should not, you should not go to the Walmart and like any grocery store, buy it in the plastic bag. That's not good. And you should take your recycling bag, the printed green in color. You have to write in the buses, like they use the electricity and so on, electric cars. You have to put a LED bulb. You have to use a solar panel on your house. You have to use a solar pumps. You have to put a wind turbine small somewhere. So those type of things, cosmetic. You have to accept the family planning. Minor changes, they said the government has to go minor changes, behavior has to go minor changes. That means they partially accept the consequences. Whereas the cynicism, they disregards this circumstance, they disregard the consequence. They really doesn't care. They doesn't care the world, new world now has become the old world. They even do not accept that the world, oldness, newness does not matter. Europe, Africa, Asia are a new world. That is cynics. Cynics are the people who question everything. And ostricists, they deny the circumstance, they deny the consequence. The earth is they have no limits on the earth's resources. They don't accept the finiteness of the earth. Ostracism doesn't accept the finiteness of the earth. Our fathers lived, their forefathers lived, their forefathers lived for generations and so on. What are you talking about? What you're talking about? The old world, newness, oldness, newness, resources, carrying capacity, phantom carrying capacity. Does not matter. They don't recognize this. They deny the circumstance. They deny the consequences. So remember, the bottommost fifth one, they deny everything. The top realists accept all the things. CARGOists accept this part, disregard this part. The remaining people, the bottom two, they disregard, they totally deny. And this is a partially accepted. As long as you remember the broad idea, anybody who comes across with you and talks, you can put them in one of these 5 bins. That is about the 5 modes of adaptation for the planet Earth. The planet Earth has a limited habitat, limited resources. Dr. Catton premises and has put all these 5 modes of adaptation of the current human population in the industrial societies. Old world, the new world, including Australia. So, hope this will make the things pretty easy for you. And remember these 5 icons, and Once you understand this, you can have a deeper understanding of the socio-political current event of the planet Earth. What are the limitations today political leaders who are not exposed to Dr. Catton's ecological paradigm, still they are thinking in the old ways, outdated cornucopian paradigm. That means the world is limitless. We can bring everybody on the planet Earth, 8 billion, and give them a high standard of living, that what you aspire. Just you have to have a good governance, good leader, less corruption, all those things that have really no consequence, because we are running on carrying capacity deficits with 8 billion highly aspirant people. And remember these 5 isms, and I hope I made the things a little bit easier for you to understand. If you do not get anything, just listen these 5, the presentations plus the overview, you will get a broader idea. This is your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy at South Asia Maps. I brought you Dr. Catton's work of adaptations humans do, 5 ways to adapt to the post-exuberant era, that is, after 5 centuries of economic prosperity, affluence, technological development, especially from 2000 AD onwards. See you later in other presentations. As usual, if you like the presentations, please, I request you subscribe the channel, put your comments so that I know your comments, your concerns, criticisms, compliments, what you need to be delivered, or any changes you want to see in the presentations. See you later at South Asia Map.